Oh, hi, Marie. How are you doing? You got on quick. Wow. Wasn't expecting this many viewers so quick. How is everybody doing? Hi, Tara. How are you? Let me go turn this other light on over here. So, how are you all doing? What are you going to be having for dinner? Not sure. I'm about the same way tonight. Um, uh, I not going to be getting any money till tomorrow, so we're kind of using the last bits of what we have left in the freezer right now. And I thought maybe some spaghetti or something, but I'd have to make a homemade sauce. So that would be interesting. Sorry about that. Oh, that sounds good. Oh, okay. So you've been having good days today? I mean, anybody watching any football or any good TV today? Oh, hi, Kay. How are you? No football in this house. I don't see why not. I mean, football's the all-American sport. Only baseball. I fall asleep during baseball. I don't know why, but I get about halfway through a game and I'm out. Hi, TJ. How are you? Nice to see you. Give me just a second. I gotta text somebody real quick. Okay. Yeah, if you could hit that like button for me. Um, I was just sitting here watching some football, and I watched the Kansas City Chiefs uh, pretty much destroy the Arizona Cardinals, which was good in my eyes, not for everybody. Was just watching the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams play. It was tied at 10. And I figured I would. I broke the like button. um, I decided I wanted to kind of get on and maybe say hi to everybody and uh, make some homemade peanut butter cookies. They're really easy to do, especially when you don't have really much of anything around the house, but you want something sweet. You like peanut butter. This is my first time. I'm going to try it this way. Ashley can't have much sugar. Um, for some reason, she's been having a lot of issues with dumping syndrome. She was eating. She's been craving pickles. I don't know why the past few days. She doesn't understand why either. But so I went and got her a jar of pickles, and she like smashed the jar of pickles. She's back laying down in the bed right now, kind of watching some TV. She's not feeling all that great right now. It's just one of those blah days. We're supposed to be getting tomorrow. We're supposed to be getting up to an inch, maybe 2 inches of snow between, they say, 9 or 6 a.m. and 9 p.m. So, yeah, it's just kind of a crummy, blah day out today. It was kind of warm today compared to what it normally is. Like I said, I was just watching some football and decided I wanted some peanut butter cookies. Like I said, Ashley can't eat much sugar. Uh, we don't know if it's the sugar that's been kind of making her dump or just other things in general. But I'm going to make it a half and half way right now. We live in Missouri, just south of St. Louis, and we really like it here. The weather's still crazy and it's just a mess. Um, so normally I use this is 3 ingredient peanut butter cookies. There's a lot of recipes for peanut butter cookies out there. There's recipes where you use flour and you might as well throw some garlic in there while you're at it. But I'm simple. I like to do things cheaply sometimes, as I say in a lot of my live videos. So I use 3 ingredients. The less ingredients you use, the cheaper you're going. And it, like I said, it's something you can just throw together while you're um, when you don't have much in the house. As long as you've got peanut butter, sugar, and an egg, you're good to go. I do a lot of my figuring out how to cook stuff from just reading recipes online and just trying things out. So I learned this one a few years back, actually more than a few years back, but I like to kind of figure out what I can do to better a recipe. But this one's good without any mix-ups. Like I said, I am doing half sugar, half sweetener for this one. I'm going to see how it's going to turn out. I don't know how it's going to turn out. I haven't done this before. So, wish me luck on this. It starts with a cup of sugar. Okay. You can see the sweetener in there, and the difference between the sweetener and the regular sugar. The sweetener kind of looks like fluffy, like flour. Okay. Then you take your peanut butter. I'm going to need to get another jar because that's not a cup. We end up getting so much peanut butter in this house. Ashley's mom, she brings us jars and jars and jars of peanut butter at a time. And the way I get rid of it a lot of times is doing this. So it's real easy. And no, it's not a lot of ingredients. So like I said, a cup of sugar, a cup of peanut butter, and it can be creamy or crunchy. I may end up having a cup. No. No, slightly less than a cup. I want to have the same proportion of peanut butter as I do sugar. Otherwise, it's not going to mix up very well. I mean, you could always have a little bit more peanut butter, but that looks pretty level to me. I got my oven preheating to 350. Looks good to me. This makes quite a few peanut butter cookies, so you want to make sure you have 2 pans. Might be nice if I got my comments out for you guys so I can see what you're saying. I haven't had it, but. And then an egg. And that's all it takes. You can use a mixer to make this easier for you. Just make sure you get it all nicely mixed up, and it's going to turn into a pretty good dough. So that's why I like to use a good heavy spoon. I don't have any wooden spoons, or else I would use a wooden spoon, but okay, that is peanut butter cookie dough right there. Now at this point you could toss in some chocolate chips, toss in some, if you like, walnuts, or whatever you want. It would go in at this point. Oh no, wooden spoon? No, we don't have a wooden spoon, sweetheart. I don't think we do. This is just kind of that's just kind of a junk drawer, everybody. So at this point, I want my hands kind of dry. Hi, Richard. How are you doing? Okay. So this is a different consistency than what I'm used to with the regular sugar. But like I said, I use half sweetener. That way it's not so sugary for Ashley. But it's still pretty decent dough. You don't want these things very big. You take a little bit of dough out and then you make it into a ball. Okay? Drop it on your pan. The reason you don't want these things very big is because when you cook them, they spread out. They spread out quite a bit. So this little bit of dough makes quite a few cookies. I generally put on a big cookie sheet a dozen. And on a smaller cookie sheet, this smaller one, I put about 9. So I can make about 20 cookies at a time. I end up making them too big as it is anyway, so. Now I'm not going to be able to stream for very long tonight. I have about an hour from start to finish. My neighbor just ended up having hernia surgery. What was it? Thursday, and he stayed at his brother's, so I've been keeping an eye on his place. And he's coming home today, and he needs some help taking some stuff out of his car, so I'm going to have to go out there in about an hour, 45 minutes or so. But yeah, I mean, like I said, you don't want these very big. This is a tablespoon, if that gives you a good measuring idea. So. But these things will be done in no time. Once you start them, it takes to make them, you have to mix up the dough, heat up your oven, put them in the oven. It takes about 30 minutes. And I've had so many people rave over these, and they're just simple peanut butter cookies. Anybody can make them. Fry them? No. I have my oven on at 350. You don't fry peanut butter cookies, Richard. I mean, you could if you wanted, I suppose, after they baked. You could dip them in a batter and fry them like a Snickers or Twinkie, but that would actually be an interesting idea. I could try that one of these days. Make some fried peanut butter cookies. Now, normally, if you have just a regular baking sheet, I'd use parchment. You don't want to use wax paper I'd use parchment because they will stick. That's one thing about these cookies. They stick really bad to pans. But these cookie sheets that I have, we got in a set year and a half ago. Oh yeah, I love fried ice cream. Now see, this recipe makes 2 dozen cookies. And I don't know how I did it because I never do it this way. But I spaced out my... Hey Rick, how's it going? I spaced out my dough perfect. I've got 12 here, 9 here, that makes 21, and 3 cookies left over. So, I'm just going to leave those 3 cookies. It's not worth the electricity it takes to bake them. Okay, now what I do is I take a fork. Everybody sees what they look like, they're balls. Not sweaty balls, balls. Ashley comes into the room laughing because she hears me say that. Now I go through on all of them. Push them down one way. Then I go through the other way. And you just mark them. But then also flattens them out. Now you got squished balls. And that's what your cookies look like before they go into the oven. 25 this morning, huh, Rick? It was
19.
19 the other night here.
Yeah.
I go through and you don't push them all the way down. You leave them just enough so that you're flattening them out. You get them all about the same size. And that's my other ones. Now these go in the oven, 350 for about 10 minutes. Middle rack. and it's that easy. I've been on. Let's see how long. I can't see how long I've been on. How long have I been on, guys? About 25 minutes. Okay, well, I didn't start actually making the cookies until a few minutes in. I was perfect when I said about 30 minutes. Really easy to make up a batch of peanut butter cookies. And like I said, you can put chocolate chips in them. You can put, different types of nuts in them. Raisins, if you like peanut butter and raisin. A lot of people, sweat when it comes to, I want some peanut butter cookies, but don't know how to make them. It's really easy. Oh, we got the money. I'm just not walking my butt up there. Oh. Well, Marie, she doesn't need any more pickles right now. Like I said, she's been craving them really bad lately. And it hasn't been the best for her. And she's gone through 2 jars of for some reason she's been liking the hamburgers chips. Marie. That's not something we're going to really talk much about right now because we don't know. But that is, I wasn't one to put it out in public, but that's something that could be a possibility right now. So she's, the jars, the regular size jars of hamburger pickles that were the chips. She's gone through 2 of those in 2 days. That is a lot of pickles. Well, we don't have any right now. When I get done helping Steve, I will see if he has any. Now, when these cookies come out, I'll show you guys how they look. And I'm going to have to make this a short stream after I get done with the cookies because my neighbor's home and he's going to need help bringing some stuff in. He just had hernia surgery, so he's not really able to do anything. Can't really lift anything. So I'm going to be doing a lot of helping him with things around his house and stuff. So Oh, Marie, the juice isn't that bad. I mean, it's just basically vinegar and spices and dill spice. And, but I told you I had one of those cups, Rick. See? Another cup I have, which is a bigger cup, I think, than this one. Which I don't use too often. It's one of these. Marie, I hope you only drink like a teaspoon in a full cup of water, because if you don't, that will it'll eat the enamel on your teeth. It'll eat the lining of your tongue and the lining of your stomach. And even if you do drink it in that small amount, it will still end up doing that. A lot of people think that apple cider vinegar has a lot of antibacterial effects and things like that, but over time, if you drink a lot of it, it will end up doing a lot more harm than good. Uh, Ashley's ex-husband's wife is big into the naturalistic and herbalistic medicines and stuff, and apple cider vinegar is one of the things that she promotes to a lot of people. I've looked it up. I've looked up all the benefits and risks, and over a period of time, that can really damage your body because of the acidity in it. As long as you do it in moderation, Murray, that's good. I mean, there's a lot of fruitcakes out there that like to promote, oh, drink this every day for a year, and no, you don't want to do that. You can put a little lemon juice in your water and in your tea. Put a little, just a teaspoon in a full cup of water of the apple cider vinegar. Uh, Not much at all. Okay, like I said, moderation. That's the best thing. Not quite done yet. But we'll be here in just a couple minutes. What I look for when I see that these are done. Here, let me actually take you over and show you. If I can. Okay. So, my view into my oven. Look at those. Now, what I look for is a little bit of browning on the bottom next to the pan, and when they're in the oven still and still cooking, they're going to be really soft. So you don't want to mess with them while they're cooking or while they're cooling. You take them out for a couple minutes, and when you take them out, you set them on your stove or on your counter for just a couple minutes, let them cool before you touch them with the spatula. Because if they don't, um, they will deform, they'll break. Uh, when you let them cool, they actually get a little crust on the bottom, and that's what allows them to stay firm. Let me put you back here. Sorry, guys. So, you'll see them being pulled out in just a minute. Actually, I want to turn the oven off. Now, at this point, you could pull them out. I want to let mine sit in there for just another minute or so. If you want them soft, a lot of people like them really soft, and this is the perfect time. The egg in them is completely cooked by this point, so you don't have to worry about any kind of salmonella or anything like that. You don't have to worry about that stuff these days anyway, unless the egg is left out on the counter for, ages. And but I like to leave them in there, let them get a little crust on the very bottom, so the inside is really nice and soft. Yeah, they look good. Like I said, you want to look for a little change in color on the bottom, and you have to look really close. But I don't want to mess with them for about 2 or 3 minutes, and then I'll show you guys what I'm talking about with that little crust on the bottom. And I have been streaming for 38 minutes as of now. So I took a few minutes, like I said, 30 minutes, you're done. Just let them cool. So what's everybody's plans for the rest of the evening? Marie. I've still got to. I'm getting together the recipe for the bread for the rolls for Bama. So. I don't know whose pickles you're going to be eating. Unless Andrew walks up to the store. Andrew could walk up to the store. So what have you been up to, Rick? Done any good eating lately? Now you guys can see just how they spread out. When I take these off, I can still feel that they're soft. Now, if they're still soft, you don't want to pull them off the pan yet. But as soon as you feel the tops and you can't push down on the top anymore, then you know you can scrape them off the pan. I'm gonna clean your kitchen. Is your kitchen a mess? Now, whenever I pull cookies off of a baking sheet, I always make sure that I get a spatula with a edge, with a good edge on it, because that actually gets under the cookies. We've got several spatulas and spoons and stuff, just like I'm sure everybody does. We got these from Walmart or Dollar General or something. I can't remember. These things are some cheap. I like these ones better. This is a Farberware brand spatula. But these ones, you don't want to get a spatula. I mean, they still work. But you don't want to get one that's been burnt and it has, stuff on the edge. You want to, if you do that, you want to make sure you clean that off, get that broken off and flattened out and scraped out. Because if not, your cookie is not going to come off that pan very good. Okay. Oh, these actually came off a lot better than I thought. It may be the difference between the full sugar and half sweetener. But the bottom, you guys can see it has a nice brown color to it. Yeah, these are coming off really easy. Pan's cool enough for me to pick up. One of them actually kind of broke. Yeah, these are coming off real easy. I love this pan. It's a Rachel Ray brand. That's all of our pots and pans back there, the orange. Yeah, I can just pick these off the pan with my hand. That's how much of a stickless pan this is. I love this pan. Bigger ones stick a little bit more, but I've used this pan quite a bit more. But as you guys can see, they're not soft anymore. They're pretty solid. Pick them up, toss them around a little bit, but all you see on the pan is just the little spots where the cookie was. And here I was ready to show you guys just how much they stick to the pan, because normally they do. You want to wait until they cool completely before you put them in an airtight container. Plastic container, baggie, whatever you want to do. But these things are amazing, nice and warm right out of the oven. Using that sugar substitute, the Splenda, didn't make much of a difference. These things are still amazing. Okay, guys. Like I said, I couldn't take too much time after I was done with the cookies. They just melt in your mouth. Wow. those are cookies I'm going to be making again. Gotta do some shopping tomorrow. I gotta get some more sugar before I can, but no, and eggs because I used the last one. But wow, thanks guys for joining my stream. Now, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you could, give me a thumbs up. And let me know more things that you guys want to see made. This was a simple, easy, quick live stream. Glad I could enjoy the company of you guys. You're always fun to talk to and hang out with for the evening. Now, I gotta get dinner made and... Oh, hi, Dreamy. You're lurking in the background, huh? Okay. Well, again, you guys have a good night. I gotta get dinner made and have the rest of my night. Have a good one.
Bye.